Well, hello and welcome to Stitches and Coffee with Jurgita. And this time again I'm continuing with the Stitchy book reviews, and this one that you see in front of you is called 100 Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments, and it's by Carol Siegel and the Dimensions Design Studio, which was surprising to me since I like dimensions, and this is I guess would be a very good book to have. So in the beginning we have just the contents, a couple pages, preface, and general instructions how to do the fabric, tips for linen stitching, and then there is drawings of different stitches like cross stitch, back stitch, straight stitch, lazy daisies, French knots, Smyrna cross stitch, and slip stitch. So it shows you how to do it. So the first book grouping in this book is a Primitive Country Christmas, that you see all those designs, and the first is a Folk Art Angel, finished size 4 inches by 2 inches or 41 by 20 stitches, depends on which type of fabric you use. This one was stitched on 25 count brown raw linen. The next is a Holiday Steed, 40 by 21 stitches, so practically the same, and it's the same fabric. And of course they all have like some back stitching to do, just a tiny bit. Next is a Mountain Santa, 18 by 38 stitches on the same type of fabric. Then we have a Toy Sheep, 26 by 26, so it's practically just a couple hours, very slow stitching, and it was a stitch on a 14 count oatmeal rustico fabric. Next is My Friend Sally, 25 by 26 stitches on the same type of fabric. Then we have this cute little Christmas goose, 22 by 27 stitches on the same 14 count rustico fabric. The next slide is a Patchwork Stocking, 34 by 47 stitches, and it's on red Lugana. It doesn't even tell you which count it is, it was stitched on a Zweigart red Lugana, color number 906. Then we have this Patchwork Mitten, very cute as an ornament too, 34 by 38 stitches on a brown Lugana. Then we go into Snowflake Diamond, 37 by 37, and that does not have any back stitching to do from what I can see, just maybe like those stems to connect it all. Then we have a Folk Heart, 37 by 37, so it's the same size, on a Zweigart green Lugana, and the diamond was on a navy color. Next group we have it's called Here Comes Santa. So as you see, it's all about different types of Santas. The first is the Jolly Santa, 28 by 32 stitches. Then we have a Primitive Santa, 25 by 56 stitches, and you see it's like a fringe on the bottom for that one. Then it's a Father Christmas, 36 by 60 stitches, and it was stitched on an 18 count ivory Aida, and it has some kind of lace made at the edges. Then this cute ornament is called True Blue Santa, 33 by 53 stitches, and it has little bells on the bottom. Then Jingle Bell, Kris Kringle, 28 by 59, and it's both were stitched on a 14 count Aida. Then we have this All American Santa, 40 by 64 stitches, so that one was stitched on a 18 count Floba fabric, and again it has like a fringe on the bottom and wall hanging, so you see it has some back stitching again. Following that is a Soaring Santa, 38 by 63 stitches on a 14 count. It's probably a more like a 3D. You can stuff it in it, or you can leave it as a flat stitching. Then there is a Père Noël, 48 by 49 stitches on a 18 count. Done. Follows that is the Legendary Santa, 32 by 64 stitches on 18 count, and it has a cording all around it and looks like some little pine cones on the top connected, attached. Then there's a Cutie Roly-Poly Santa, 41 by 46 stitches, done on a 14 count red Aida. Following that is another group. Is called Turn of the Century Elegance. So it's all about like an older style, almost looking like Victorian style of all those laces. And the first design from that group is a Rosebud Heart, 46 by 37 stitches, an 18 count damask Aida, and it has some cording also attached around the perimeter. After that, to match it, is a Rosebud Fan, 64 by 31 stitches on also 18 count damask Aida. Then in the same theme is a Rosebud Circle, 56 by 56 inches on the same kind of fabric. Following that is the Flame Stitch Rosebuds, very interesting stitching, and actually all those on top and on the bottom are the stitches. It's not like a dyed fabric. So little bit of stitching with the back stitching in the middle, and then you do that a very slight differentiating colors on the top and the bottom. Very unique design. This one is 41 by 59 stitches. This one was again stitched on 18 count daffodil color damask Aida, color number 202 if you're interested. Then we have a Crazy Quilt Fan, 54 by 27 stitches with some lacy stitching on the bottom. Then there is the Crazy Quilt Stocking, 42 by 55 on the 14 count. So it looks like some specialty kind of stitches. Like you have a lacy look, you have a looks like a doodly, wiggly back stitching, and then there's different patterns and lazy daisies in there, it seems like to be French knots, so it's all kinds of different style. And the same goes with Crazy Quilt Heart to match it, 55 by 44 stitches, and this one is they both are done on the 14 count black Aida. So then it's a Gilded Noel, a 42 by 42 on a 14 count emerald green Aida fabric by Charles Craft, and as you can see there is barely any excess made, but a lot of like a back stitching and a straight stitch Japan gold back stitch lazy daisies. So in the same theme we have a Sparkling Snowflake, 41 by 41, and that again will need to use Bolger Japan gold number 5 thread in there. And in the same style there is the Glittering Snowflake, also 41 by 41 round stitches, and I'm sure you don't need to have that lace attached all around it. You can finish off a different way. The following group is Teddy Bears for all ages, so it's all about little teddy bears in different styles. So first ornament in that group is called Waiting for Santa, 31 by 52 stitches on the 14 count dark blue. This one was done, and that follows the Woodsman, 35 by 50 stitches on ivory Aida, done, and it looks like it's wall hanging made. Then we have this cute Jean-Claude Barely, 45 by 40 stitches, and it has some back stitching and French knots, and it says yellow pom-pom to add to the bear's hat. Next is the Checkerboard Bear, 25 by 47 inches stitches, and this one was stitched as a sample on a 25 count raw Dublin linen. And that next bear is called Wind Up Bear, 33 by 52 on a white Aida 14 count, and again it's looking like a wall hanging. Next, made into a triangle, is called Berry Best Friends, like a bear's berry, 33 by 31 stitches. And let's see, it has a tassel in this one that looks kind of giant on the whole thing, but I guess maybe it would kind of offset anyway. So it's up to you to make it with the tassel or not. So in this stocking style, it's called Stocking Bear, 39 by 52 stitches, and it has a jingle little bell on the bottom. Next is Joyful Tidings Bear, that looks like a little angel wings attached to it, and the size is 43 by 31 stitches. This one was done on a 14 count light blue Aida. Then again in like a triangle style, it's called Santa Bear, 32 by 31 stitches. And it's very quick to do, and of course some outlining is to be done with the back stitching. This one was done on a 14 count khaki Aida. Then this oval is called Baby New Year, and the size is 25 by 43 stitches. And cross stitching was suggested to do with 3 strands on 14 count white Aida. And there's of course like French knots, back stitching, straight stitching, X's of course, and then let's see what it says. Gold star wire and safety pin were used as accents. So you see safety pin like holding up the diaper for the baby. The following group is called The True Meaning of Christmas. So it's more religious, and as you see the scenery, and it's more no bears, no snowflakes. It's all about religion. So first ornament is named Christmas Chapel, 39 by 65 stitches, and this one was done on an 18 count colonial blue Davosa fabric. And we see the looks like 2 different types of pipings done perhaps around cordings, so like a gold and a white one. So it looks very interesting. And the same style is Candlelit Scripture, 54 by 39 stitches on the same type of fabric. Then is the Herald Angel, 43 by 65 stitches, all kinds of different thread colors, and blended cross stitch is going to be there. Stitch on 18 count antique white Aida. Then we have Madonna and the Child, 48 by 65 stitches on 18 count antique white Aida. And Manger Scene, 56 by 46 stitches on the same fabric. And on the same fabric also is the Holy Family, all 3, 41 by 64 stitches. And it looks like it's some kind of purplish cording done around piping. Next, the ornament is called Gifts of the Magi. I think it's Magi, not Magi, right? 41 by 60 on 18 count antique ivory Aida. And let's see, it has some Japan gold to make like a crowns and gifts stand out more. Following that is a stained glass Joy, 25 by 56 stitches. It says the hanger and bow were made of a 5/8 inch satin ribbon, so it kind of represents a cross. Similar styles are for the stained glass Dove, 37 by 37 stitches on 14 count white Aida. And it's also on stained glass candles, 37 by 37, so same exact design. So if you wanted, you probably could make that as a 2-sided ornament if you just hanging like loosely somewhere above where you can see both sides. So that's done with the that grouping. Next we go to Angels All Glorious, so all about angels. first in that grouping is called Christmas Tree Angel, 46 by 56, and let's see, it's done on a 14 count white perforated paper, so it's not fabric exactly. I'm sure you can do that also on a plastic canvas nowadays. Then we have a Garland Angel, 45 by 58 stitches on the same perforated paper. Follow that is the Banner Angel, 65 by 45 stitches, and that one is also on the perforated paper. Then we have on the fabric Peace Angel, 33 by 43 stitches, and this one is done by an 18 count Jonquil Yellow Ada, very interesting name. Then it's Joy Angel, 36 by 47 stitches on a Honeysuckle Pink Ada. Next we have Love Angel, 42 by 36 stitches on a Forget Me Not Blue Ada, 18 count. And Angel of the Year is 22 by 49 stitches on a Rue Green Ada, 14 count. Next you see is the Stained Glass Angel, 33 by 62 stitches, and you can probably hang some kind of bell or something on the bottom there too, or a little bow or something. This looks like it's missing something. Oh, or maybe it has a tassel. It's kind of hard to tell. Perhaps it has a tassel in there. Yes, it says in the book that tassel was also made with the thread, so you can make your own tassel. Then there is the Face of an Angel, 45 by 26 stitches on 18 count Ivory Ada, and follows that is the Folk Angel on the 18 count Ivory Ada, is 33 by 50 stitches. So the next grouping is Through the Eyes of a Child, so more childish kind of designs. First one is Georgie Gingerbread, 41 by 47 stitches on the 14 count brown perforated paper. And Peppermint Photo Frame is the next picture you see, is 44 by 44 stitches on the white perforated paper, and says you need 4 by 4 inches of that. Crayon Christmas design is 38 by 23 stitches, and it's very cute that they attach tiny crayons on the bottom, plastic beads, while using satin ribbon. Following that is the Candy Stripe Stocking, 42 by 55 stitches with some back stitching involved on the white Ada. Then we have a Major Mistletoe, 23 by 56 stitches on a red Ada, 14 count, and again there's a fringy bottom left for that. Follows that is Uh-Oh Santa, 28 by 50 stitches. It doesn't look like it's gonna, his behind is gonna fit and the belly in it, and it's on the red 14 count Ada. And of course there's different French knots, back stitching to be done in several colors. So then we have Rudolph, 33 by 44, and it used a satin ribbon, Jingle Bell, and it's knotted on the top, so it's very cute, and on the white Ada makes like an attachment. Then we have a Christmas Express, 25 by 56 with the fringy bottom. It used white wood hardware, like a bell pull banner. Sorry. And this cute little snowman is called Skating Snowman, 32 by 42 stitches and the 14 count blue Ada. And more oval is called Laddie McMurth, 27 by 55 stitches. And he's holding a little gnome is holding candy cane. Funny way of standing. So that's done with that grouping. Next grouping is called A Critter's Christmas. So it's about little animals and birds. First in that group is a Sweet Treat Mouse, 35 by 51 stitches on the white Adam, also holding big giant candy cane. Next, the little stocking is called Can't Wait Kitten, 31 by 50 stitches on a 14 count white Adam. And this with the giraffe is called Star Bright Giraffe, 45 by 64 on an 18 count ivory Ada, and we see bells on the bottom. Very nice display in here. Then is a Penguin Pear, 45 by 38, and this one is done on a 14 count white Ada. Next ornament is Polar Bear Pastime, 48 by 48, so it's a square, it's just turned sideways design. Then again a sideways done Christmas Cardinal, 61 by 64 stitches, so it's a tiny bit bigger, and it's an 18 count white Ada. Precious Puppy is 30 by 29, so it's very quick, just some backstitching in 3 colors involved, tiny bit. Loving Bunnies, 36 by 38 count, and done on a 14 count white Ada. Holiday Lamb, 38 by 38, and it looks like fringes are on all sides of them, so you can make it poofy too in the middle, like a little tiny pillow. And the same style is the Holiday Duck, 38 by 38, so same exact design, and both were done on a 14 count ivory Ada. The next group is called A Merry Oldie Christmas, I guess I should say. And the first design in that is like a wall hanging Oldie English Noel, 28 by 54 stitches on emerald green Ada, 14 count. Next is a O Tannenbaum, 34 by 36 on a 14 count red Ada, and you need 2 6 by 6 pieces. I guess they might have done it interesting if it's triangle with the tree was attached to the front of a blank triangle, so it's like a double ornament to make it look more cute. Then we have a last minute shopper, 40 by 75 stitches, so it's a bit longer. I like how it was attached and make it look like a book mark some kind, and it's was used the 3/8 of an inch satin ribbon to finish it off. Next is a Home for the Holidays, 34 by 51 on a 14 count emerald green Ada, and of course you can put your own name in there on the bottom. Very nicely done on such a tiny piece of fabric. Elegant Swan, 50 by 24 stitches on a 14 count red Ada. Then we have a Luminous Lantern, 31 by 65 stitches on a navy 18 count Ada, and notice how the cording is not wrapped fully all around. Very interesting kind of design for FFOing it. Santa Sleigh, 39 by 32 stitches on emerald green fabric. Then we have a Skating Beauty, 48 by 63 on a navy Ada. And then Carolers, 52 by 52, and this one on a navy Ada, 18 count. Next is a 14 count red Ada design on size 36 by 36, and it's called Holiday Horn. The last group is called Utide Samplers, and you see it's I think it's a last group, yes. And you see all types of letters and samplers. So the first in the group is Vision of Santa, 33 by 50 stitches on oatmeal rustical 14 count fabric, and there is a fringy bottom. Then there is a Let It Snow, 31 by 45 stitches on a medium blue 14 count Ada. alphabet heart, 70 by 56 stitches on a dark red, 18 count. And of course you can probably use over-dyed threads in there if you wanted to write all those letters. Then there is the country cutter, 52 by 39 on oatmeal rustical, 14 count. Celtic Christmas, 34 by 75 on a 32 count Belfast linen. So this is a little different, away from Ada, first time in this grouping, and it has a tassel hanging. O Little Town, 59 by 41 on 18 count summer khaki Ada, and the town of course is outlined with like a back stitching. Adoration of the Maggie, 59 by 43 stitches on 18 count white damask Ada. Then we have a Heavenly Host, 40 by 60 as a bell pull, and this one was done on the 18 count ivory damask Ada. Peaceful Poinsettias, 44 by 63 on white Ada, 18 count. And this Country Noel, 27 by 56 is stitched on a 25 count raw Dublin linen, and again it's made with a tassel. And that's it. They have at the end personalizing charts, so like letters, numbers done, how to finish it, assemble, and it's different types, so you can see exactly how to do it, working with ruffles, trim and tassels, and they have a patterns that you can like a cut, sort of like a cutout. And at the end there is an index of all the designs. And as you see in the back of the book, there's different styles picked up from different groupings. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you got some inspirations, or it will make you want to stitch some of those projects, so you'll go and find this particular book. And let me know below if this review was useful to you and if you stitch anything out of it. Until the next time, this was Jurgita saying bye-bye.